former president of Syria, a position he has held since July 17, 2000. He succeeded his father, Hafez al-Assad, who had ruled Syria since 1971. Born on September 11, 1965, Bashar al-Assad was trained as an ophthalmologist and initially did not seem destined for political leadership. However, following the death of his elder brother Bashar al-Assad in 1994, he was groomed as his father's successor. Key aspects of Bashar al-Assad. 1. Rise to power. After Hafez al-Assad's death in 2000, Bashar was quickly elevated to the presidency, with the Syrian constitution amended to lower the minimum age for the role to accommodate him. Second, leadership style. His early presidency was marked by some initial attempts at reform, known as the Damascus Spring, but these efforts were short-lived as the regime reverted to authoritarianism. Third, Syrian civil war. Bashar al-Assad's leadership has been dominated by the Syrian civil war, which began in 2011 following anti-government protests during the Arab Spring. His government has faced widespread accusations of human rights abuses, including the use of chemical weapons and targeting of civilians. Despite significant opposition, he has retained power, largely thanks to support from allies like Russia and Iran. Fourth, controversies. His rule has been widely criticized internationally for suppressing dissent and alleged war crimes. However, domestically, he maintains a base of support among certain segments of the Syrian population, particularly minorities and those benefiting from his rule. Bashar al-Assad's presidency has had a profound impact on Syria and the broader Middle East, with his leadership marking one of the most devastating conflicts in recent history. Predicting the next president of Syria is challenging due to the country's complex political situation. Bashar al-Assad has maintained a firm grip on power through authoritarian means, with significant support from allies like Russia and Iran. As of now, there is no clear alternative or successor within Syria's political landscape. Possible scenarios. 1. Continuation of Assad's rule. Assad may remain in power indefinitely, unless there is a significant internal or external shift. Elections in Syria under his rule are typically seen as tightly controlled and lack genuine competition. 2. A successor from the Assad regime. If Assad steps down due to internal pressures, health, or political agreement, a successor from his close circle or ruling elite might emerge, ensuring continuity of the current regime. Third, opposition leadership. If a political transition or peace agreement takes place, an opposition figure could theoretically rise to the presidency, but this seems unlikely under current conditions. Fourth, internationally brokered leadership. External powers involved in Syria, Russia, Iran, Turkey, or the UN, might push for a transitional government as part of a peace deal, which could lead to new leadership. The future leadership of Syria depends heavily on the resolution of the ongoing conflict, the role of foreign powers, and the willingness of Assad and his regime to consider political change. As of now, Bashar al-Assad is believed to be in Damascus, the capital of Syria. He resides and works primarily in the presidential palace, located in the western part of the city. This heavily fortified complex is his main base of operations, especially during times of conflict. Bashar al-Assad rarely leaves Syria, but when he does, it is usually for diplomatic meetings with key allies like Russia or Iran. His most recent travels and public appearances have largely been centered around reinforcing his alliances and projecting an image of stability and control.